Here's my cow's water setup. We've got a cold spell here. It's going to last, I think, 4 days. Just past the chicken coop there is my pond, and you see it's frozen over. So I've got their water tank set up here, and it needs to be refilled. But the problem is my house outside spigots are all frozen up. I'll show you what I got going on. Here's the nearest outside spigots on my house. It's currently in the 20s, and it's actually frozen to the house there, but I can't even turn the handle. It's so frozen, even with this little insulated cover. So I'll show you how I've been watering the cows. Here in my garage, right next to the cat, is my hot water tank. And I got this hose bib. This hose bib that I connect to it. And back to the water tank. That's coming from the hot water heater. So this is the same thing as draining your hot water heater, and I think it's recommended you do that about once a year. And so I'm just basically doing that and dumping the water directly into the cattle's water tank. Now what I did before we got this cold spell is I went ahead and drained the hot water heater because I knew I was going to be doing this, to try to get some of the minerals out of it. I don't know if these the calcium minerals would harm the cows or anything, but I figured I'd go ahead and get it drained out before. You can see some white specks down at the bottom of the tank there. That is from the hot water tank. It's the calcium deposits that build up inside. But when I drained the hot water tank before the cold spell started, there was quite a lot more that came out. So this is just kind of the remnants, and I don't think that's going to hurt the cows at all. So I'll get this tank filled up. You can see down in there I got a heater that keeps it from freezing, so the cows will be well taken care of. They got their feed right over there. Got several bales put out for them. They're huddled around one bale in particular. It's summer grass, and it was a little bit green when I baled it up, and they seem to love it. I guess it's sweeter than the rest of them or something. They haven't touched, like that one over there to the left of them, they haven't touched it at all. You gotta smell the chickens on our way out. I guess I could do an update on the chickens. We had 12 with 3 roosters, and the rest were hens. And the 3 roosters were really giving the hens a hard time. And there's a couple left still that have the back of their feathers kind of plucked off, just to, given what the roosters were doing to the hens. We went ahead and processed one of them, so we have 2 roosters left, and our plan is to eventually process this black rooster kind of closest to me right now, and that'll leave us with just 1 rooster. The one remaining rooster looks kind of like a Rhode Island. I like the way he looks, so that's who we're going to keep. I hate to have to get rid of one of them, but there's too many in the coop right now. But I don't know if I showed you, that's kind of an extra run that I built on to the chicken coop. And they have this space here that's covered. I put some old tin on top of it to mostly keep the summer sun off of them. It doesn't really do much to keep the rain out. So one thing I wanted to mention, about where my finger is, there's a remnants of a hay bale. And then just past it in the woods, there's like a hole. Looks almost like a cave, and that's where the cows have been bedding at night. There's a couple of cedar trees down inside there, and I guess it serves as a good windbreak for them inside those woods. Those cedar trees probably helps insulate some of their body heat, and so that's where they've been hanging out, inside the woods at night, and then they come out here to feed, and then they come over here to drink. So we'll get this filled up for them, and that's how I'm taking care of my cows this winter. Cows and chickens.